So like, comment. I want to engage with you guys. Come on, give me something so I can give you some more. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night for whatever time you are joining me today. Welcome back. I've been gone for a little bit. These past couple of weeks have been very draining. Sickle cell. It is unseen, it is unpredictable, and it is unrelenting. I think it's the quick switches in the weather. One day hot, one day cold. This morning's hot, this evening's cold, this morning. It's like, can you please make up my mind, because my body is getting confused. It all affects the body and can trigger a crisis. So all this confusion, my body don't like it. I'm back. I'm gonna try and get these things out more consistently. I'm going to be linking up with some other warriors soon, so I can't wait for that. I can't wait to introduce you to them and them to you, so that we can get some more perspectives, on life with sickle cell. That is the main goal. That's the aim, to spread the word, to allow people to see what it's like to live with it. Not just, this and this on a piece of paper, or it's this and this to your employer or to your place of study. It's giving people, even in a social standpoint, more insight into like the everyday, some of the struggles that we have, but also that, I'm not just sickle cell, I'm still a normal woman, and I still want to do a lot of the things that other ladies do and just live life. It's just that there is this part of me that likes to butt in sometimes and slow me down or pull me away for a bit. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do better, and there's some more exciting things coming up. So I thought that because I've been gone, it would be nice to kind of re-engage with you. So I put English is the only language you know. Why can't you speak? So I put up a post on Instagram last week saying that I was going to be doing a Q&A and to send in your questions on what you would like to know about life with sickle cell. So I'm going to answer some of them today. I think I did mention it in my intro that I did kind of set out like a template of questions which I wanted to ask the warriors that come on, so that we can kind of have a set thing to ask people, and that we can get the different viewpoints and kind of be able to see the differences and the similarities. They're not in any particular order, but yeah. First question is, what is sickle cell to you? So to me, sickle cell is a part of me. It's annoying, it's hard work, it's painful, but it's also something that's made me more compassionate. I think it's made me stronger than I ever believed I could be. It's kind of set me up to a point where certain things just don't faze me as they may faze other people. Just as like, who cares kind of thing. Yeah, so sickle cell to me is a part of me. It's not the biggest part, but it is a significant part that impacts a lot of other things in my life. So the next question is, how often do you experience a sickle cell crisis? I think because there's different stages to a sickle cell crisis, you know, some be more manageable than others, some requiring you know, medical assistance and hospital admissions. But I say I have a manageable crisis probably every week. I can't specify it more than that because it differs, and because I have other pain as well away from a sickle cell crisis. So yeah, the next question is, what does a sickle cell crisis look or feel like to you? So sometimes it starts off with what I call niggly pain, and that niggly pain is just like a slight wave of pain somewhere in the body. It probably doesn't last more than a minute or two, if it even lasts that long, and it just comes, hi, and then disappears. Sometimes it will just go completely, or sometimes it can act as a warning. So it's like, go home, rest, drink, get warm, because otherwise I'm coming back, and I'm coming back harder. Then there's what I'd call a manageable crisis, where it's in one particular place. So it could be my knees or my lower back, but it's kind of steady. The thing as well with sickle crisis is you can have different ones. When I say that, I mean the actual feeling of it. So sometimes it can be a throbbing pain, and the pain goes with your heartbeat. I know when my crisis is getting past the point of manageable and into the point of hospital admission, medical assistance, because of the panic, sometimes my heart beats faster and faster, and you know, you start to get anxiety and stuff. And because of that, the pain then increases. So it's like the pain, the throbbing pain goes along with your heartbeat, and you can feel it. And because it's something that you can't stop, like you can't stop your heartbeat, the pain sometimes just feels like it's never going to stop. And then there's also like a stabbing pain, which is like, it's more sharp. So instead of this, it's more okay, I'm sorry of the sound effects. I'm trying to explain it. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, it's more of a stabbing pain. It feels like someone is just jamming a knife into you and pulling it out, and then pulling it back, and pulling it out and putting it back. The main type of pain that I feel is the throbbing one. So yeah, a more manageable crisis will happen in one place, and it will be throbbing. Sometimes it feels kind of like a wave, so it kind of comes up and goes down, and comes up and goes down, and kind of just dips like that. But I think sometimes when it does that, it's because it's getting worse. So yeah, the more non-manageable ones for me personally is if it starts somewhere and then it starts doing all of this to different parts of my body, and what I call it is spreading. So it will start one place and that, oh, my pain's spreading. If I haven't already taken painkillers, or kind of try to drink and wrap it warm and try to have a nap, and then it does start spreading, I do get a bit worried then. But I just try to continue doing all of those until it gets better. Hopefully it gets better. Sometimes it gets worse. For me, I know that I need to be in a hospital bed immediately when my lips go numb. So it's like the pain will start, then it will start spreading, and once it spreads to my lips don't actually hurt, but they go numb, and I can't feel them anymore. And to me, I'm like, okay, we're in dangerous territory here, let's go. I really don't know why that is, but that's just what happens. That's my main dial 999 now. I don't know what that happens, but yeah, that's me. Oh, also I do tend to have a lot of crises in my head. I spoke about the one I had that actually didn't hurt, but it took away my sight for a little bit of time. But every time I get pain in my head, I do worry. That's just because of what I experienced as a child, which I will get into on another video because it will only leave more questions in this one. So the next question is, do you have any coping mechanisms during a sickle cell crisis? I think I just spoke on it. I tend to drink, wrap up, whether that's in a bed, whether that's in my bed or just in a blanket, try to get warm, and I try to go to sleep and hope that the warmth and the water I've drank before I've gone to sleep will kind of relax my body. Another one I have is if I'm in pain, but it's like starter pain, I tend to try and work it out, if that makes sense. So I'll try to be more active in hopes that I can ignore it, or try to distract myself with different things. So if I feel pain coming on and I'm not in a place where I can just wrap up and go to sleep, so say I'm out because I'm at an event or I'm doing something with someone or I'm at a friend's house, I tend to play games on my phone, and I don't know what it is, it's games where you have to think about it, and it just takes my mind away from the pain as much as possible. So distraction is a big coping mechanism for me. I just try to distract myself as much as I can. So sometimes my just trying to keep busy would be to put things in a bag just in case, to get certain things in order just in case. So yeah, distraction is a big coping mechanism of mine. Yeah. Do you have any particular treatments to help manage your sickle cell? The treatment that I'm on at the moment is, or that I'm supposed to be on at the moment, it got interrupted because of the Rona. So I'm supposed to be on blood exchanges, which is where they take out 8 to 10 units of my blood in one arm and put 8 to 10 units of fresh donated blood in the other arm simultaneously. That is supposed to lower the amount of sickle cells you have in your body without adding any extra iron. So I do want to get into that in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. That will be very informative. Hopefully I'll have props and all sorts to show you. Another question is, how do your family and friends support you with sickle, or how can they? This is hard. I don't know. I think the best support is when family and friends try or genuinely want to understand, and although they never will, they're more willing to sit down and be like, all right, wow, how is it, how's this, all right, your pain's here, what do you want me to do, how can I help you? That can be really helpful, and it makes you feel less isolated, because having a lifelong condition, especially one that's unseen, and you can kind of live with this whole thing of people not believing you a lot of the time, and just think that you're making excuses, or maybe that you don't like them because you keep cancelling plans and things. And it's like, that's not the case. I was really sick. But because it's something that's unseen, or well, yesterday you was busting jokes, so how come when I told you to come around today, all of a sudden you don't feel well? Those kind of people, that's your view on it. And although I've said I'm actually not well, there's only so much I can say. If you are not willing to try to understand that it's not something I can control, it's not something that I call upon, it's not something that I wanted to happen. And most of the time I did want to come, or I did want to go there with you, I did want to chill, I did want to go to that family party, I did want to go to your birthday meal. I just couldn't. And I'm at home in pain, but also adding to my pain because I feel guilty that I'm not there with someone. And for them to just be, I'm not even going to bother with Jamal anymore because you don't come, or this and that and this and that. And to me, it can be very, very isolating, because you already feel different. You already feel like a liability. So then when people kind of just, I'm just going to leave it, it's like, oh, and it's like, oh, it's just me kind of thing. So how family and friends of people with sickle can be supportive is just be there, just understand that there are times when they're not going to be able to come, but it's not malicious. It's not that they just didn't want to turn up. And sometimes just a check-in of, oh, I know you couldn't come, but this is what happened. Came and there was dancing and and share with them the event, because although they didn't get to go, they still wanted to. So maybe share with them what happened, because that also takes their mind off and distracts them from the pain that they're feeling. So yeah, I would just say try to be more understanding and more inclusive. Just because I didn't make the last 2 events, don't just now not invite me to the next one because you think I'm not gonna come. Do you understand? So yeah, I didn't make the last 2 events, but because I wasn't well, still invite me to the next one, because I might be okay on that day. Because if you don't now, and then I find out that something happened and I was okay, but I didn't get invited, I'm like, what happened here? And then I'm gonna feel away, because like, oh, I didn't get invited because I didn't think I was gonna be well, because I'm always the sick one. All right, cool, say no more. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So the main things I would say is have to be supportive, is just try to be understanding. Distraction, if you know they're not well, sometimes don't be calling me and asking, oh, how is it? Where's your pain? I'm not well. It hurts. I don't want to then talk about how it hurts. Also, as well, a big thing, if you know someone's not well, texting is probably not the best thing. I'm in pain. My phone is somewhere. It's probably underneath my pillow or on the floor somewhere. So for me to find it, to pick it up and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. To really show your support and really show you care, call them, because at least then you can kind of answer the phone, put it on speaker, and you don't necessarily have to pick it up and do this. Because if your wrists are hurting or your arms are hurting, do you know how heavy a phone is when you're in pain? It is very, very, very heavy. And also, like, if you're on pain meds and things like that, you're not even gonna know what you're typing, or every second you're just falling asleep. So it's easier to just call, like, I'm just checking in, how are you today? Okay. And just try to have a normal conversation that you would. If the person's too sleepy or in too much pain, just be like, oh, it seems like you're really going through it, so I'm going to give you some time and I'll call you back in a couple of days. Done. At least then oh yeah, this person checked on me, I know that when I'm feeling a bit better and I'm up to talking, I can call them back and see how things went, because I was out of it the last time we spoke. So I feel like I'm just going round and round in circles, I'm sorry. But yeah, so try to be understanding. Distraction is a big thing, like I said. Sometimes when you're in pain, we don't talk about the pain. And be inclusive. Yeah, they may have missed things. Yeah, you would have been upset by this, but I was also upset that I couldn't go. So then now don't not invite me to the next thing. Do you know what I mean? Still be inclusive. I'm still a person. I'm still your friend. I'm still your cousin or your family member, and I still want to be a part of things. And the more you exclude me, I'm just gonna be further and further away, and then it's hard to repair the gap sometimes. What is something great in your life you don't think you'd have if not for Sickle? I know some amazing people, amazing people, and if not for Sickle, I would never have met them, because these other amazing people, they have Sickle. I've made some amazing friendships and connections at the hospital, through the Sickle Cell Centre, through summer projects when I was a teenager that we had for warrior teenagers in the area. We had to go to a summer project, kind of get to know each other, and I still have some really great long-standing relationships from these places. And with everyone, I think what's great about it as well is even the ones that I'm not close to, with every connection I've made through having Sickle Cell, there's a part of them that gives me strength, because I see the strength in them. I see the things that they have going on or that they're doing in life, and it's just like, wow, I'm in awe and I'm proud of you, and it gives me more motivation to do it, because I'm like, yo, do you know what this person's been through, and they're still going, and you with your little here, there and everywhere. What's your problem? Why are you complaining? The thing that's the greatest in my life that I wouldn't have had had I not had Sickle is the people. I've met some really amazing people, really amazing people.